day to you all! I am Kinsmark, and this is Let's Play Archeos, an adventure point-and-click game about archaeologists exploring Earth in the far-flung future. And I have to start like this, because it cuts straight into some dialogue as soon as I start the game, so let's commence. My dear Seamus, we are finally back home. It's been centuries after the Grand Cataclysm. As everything had been destroyed and no one survived, neo-humans forgot almost everything about Earth. Cheery. But now, the time has come for us to revive our past. Woohoo! We are to explore and find some vestiges for the Interstellar Museum. It is the best way to honor our beloved Elon, our savior. Awesome! Alright. Are we sure I'm Seamus and not Philip? Anyway, I couldn't control the pace for that dialogue, so I was sort of at its mercy. Also, I've seen that ship. That's Frieza's ship. Straight up. Alright, so, curious tongue-in-cheek humor here. Can I... Ooh, apparently I have a menu up here. S, L, and Q. S, progress saved. Okay, S for save. Progress restored. Okay, so L is for load. Q... No, I don't want to quit. I want to play. Okay, alright. Just acclimating to the UI here. So, Seamus, can I, like... Oh, wait. I'm bored, Professor. When will we go home? My dear Seamus, this is our home. Oh. Humor aside, we shall leave once we find a decent amount of artifacts for the museum. Alright then. Can I close that? Okay. Dialogue is a little wonky in this game. Okay, no, yeah, I've heard this! So that's spaceship. Can I actually select Seamus? Apparently not. Okay, for some reason I thought I was Seamus. Still, Professor Pangloss, I wonder, how did our beloved Elon succeed to send the elected humans to Neo-Earth before the global annihilation? Cheery thought. Weren't humans supposed to have been primitive and underdeveloped? Story of our history, man. Well, Seamus, some say it was a divine inspiration. Ah, space religion. Unfortunately, though, some things we cannot find an explanation for. Aww. But our journey has merely begun, and we may find these explanations as we explore the planet. Alright then. Alright, let's get going then. Seamus is he's a simple lad, ain't he? Statue. Are we sure that's a statue? Actually, yeah, because it's like concrete and rebar. I actually thought it was an incinerated corpse for some reason. Alright, anyway. Professor Pangloss! There's a gray person staring at us! My God! This kid, whew. Oh, I assume he said it's a statue. There are some letters on it. R-O-N-A-L. The rest has been scratched off. I'm not familiar with this. Give me a moment, Seamus. I will do a quick scan with my remote computer device. That's a awfully retro little phrase there. It's been longer than a moment. Shut up, Seamus. I already hate you. 2 moments now. 3. Patience, Seamus, please. I just realized this is a McDonald's. According to the global scanner, there are a lot of these statues around the world. That is a Ronald McDonald. Plus, according to my sources, it is very likely that this man here was a very important person. Truly. Influential in the extreme. Whoa! Ronald, my dear Seamus, was a president. A president? But not just any president. This one, he was the first president of a global political organization. McDonald's. Actually, he may have been just an important president of this organization. Uh-huh. So we don't know for sure? Unfortunately so. Historians like to argue without having any actual evidence. Scholarly humor. However, we do know that he was indeed a president. Do we? Is that something we know? He looks kind of scary, honestly, with that ball on his nose, striped shirt, and huge hair. Alright, yeah, this is starting to get a little on the nose here. Ha! Please, Seamus, history and archaeology are branches of science. You have to be serious and objective when you approach these issues. Of course you do. Okay, can I move this dialogue on, please? There we are. If I'm not wrong, Ronald used his peculiar appearance to scare his enemies. It was a powerful military and propaganda tactic. I mean, clearly, have you seen the McDonald's commercials from, like, the 1970s? They're freaking terrifying. Also, his head would serve as a nice bust on my desk in the museum. Alright. Colorful humor in this game. I like that. So, I guess I'll just continue then. So, I didn't realize I was playing as the professor. I thought I was Seamus this whole time. Okay, debris, and that's pretty much all I can click on here, so cool. Shopping cart. Nothing important here. What's that metal thing, Professor? It is debris, useless to us. But look, there's an archaic coin in there. Keen eyes, Seamus, keen eyes. It seems to be stuck, however. If you could break the container, we could get our hands on the coin. Come on. Be careful, though. Try not to crush the coin. I need it for my collection. The museum, I mean. Aha. Professor here seems a little like a artifact hoarder. Alright, oh, that's a cheery door that I'm sure we should... Google! That sign there says Google. According to some sources, the real name of the planet was Google Earth, but they shortened it for convenience. Of course, yeah. Give it time. I'm sure it'll happen. Hence, that building is pivotal to our records of the history of the planet. Actually, it probably is, considering Google houses all the archives for all of recorded human history at this point. Hence, it would be a nice addition to the museum. Yes and no. It is too big. Aw. Maybe next time, if we come with a bigger ship. Uh-huh. So, I guess I have to go into the creepy skull door. So, let's do that. Fascinating. I don't like the look of this. No need to be scared, Seamus. The skull symbol conveys the meaning of death and tells us, eventually, that we're going to die. It tells us that we have found a mausoleum. Whoa. We have to force the door, however, otherwise we will not get our hands on the artifacts inside. Uh-huh. Isn't that bad, though? No. Wouldn't that be a desecration? No, we are not tomb raiders. We are not looking for money. Instead, we are scientists. We are looking for historical evidence in the form of money. Oh, I see. Alright. This game almost has, I know I sort of referenced it at the start of it, almost a Futurama sort of feel to it. So, force the door. I assume that means I need... can I click on it again? Okay, so that's the same dialogue. I need to find, like, a tool to get through it then. Alright, I didn't go left at the first screen, so let's try that. I adore this game. This is exactly my kind of humor. Because it's still interesting, like, speculative sci-fi, and I've said for a long time that the humans of the future, because we are living in a digital dark age right now, are going to have such hell trying to figure out all of the things that modern society surrounds itself with. Because what we think of now as the grand epics of past fiction, the likes of Odysseus and the Odyssey and all of the grand mythologies and such, those were the superhero comics of their day. What will humans a millennium from now think about DC and Marvel and Dark Horse comics and such if they find records of them? They'll probably think we worshipped them as gods, considering the powers that we attribute to them. So stuff like that, I find fascinating. Anyway, let's see here. What is this curious machine that looks like it might vend things? What an odd-looking box, Professor. Could it be a machine? Could it? Yes, indeed, Seamus. It is a machine. But at the same time, a religious monolith! See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Whoa. Because a common trope amongst the humor of archaeologists, because I have some friends that studied that in college, is that there's always that knee-jerk assumption about anything from past human societies. Oh, it must have held religious significance, because we always think of those that assume all things are religious as like simpler times, simpler people with simpler modes of thinking, when in fact humans aren't really all that much more culturally or like neurologically advanced now than we were even 10,000 years ago. So it is interesting though to look at the things that we think, probably mistakenly and erroneously, are religious artifacts now. probably had much more mundane and practical purposes in their day, and we just can't figure out what they are. So anyway, let's hear it. Large wreck. That's a city bus. Oh, Professor, look, it's an ancient vehicle. Sorry to disappoint, Seamus, but that is not a vehicle. I love this guy. Oh? Instead, I am utmost positive it is a type of what they used to call contemporary art. I mean, that is possible, considering the strange things people make art of these days. Contemporary art? Yes, according to my sources, that is how they used to call their decaying art. Oh. Uh-huh. I love these guys. This game is warming up on me fast. Ha! Would you look at this, Professor? Fascinating. This, Seamus, is a car engine. A car engine? This big? Yes. So is it that much more powerful than the one we have? No, actually it's that much less powerful. Weird. Then why is it so impractical? Because combustion engines are huge, man. Unfortunately, Seamus, some things we cannot find an explanation for. And what's this? A backup engine? No, seems like something else. I shall take it for further examination. Aha. Oh, I got a thing. What is the thing? Oh, it's a key. Alright. Can I, Upon further inspection, I conclude that this ancient miniature artifact is in fact, a jewel! A jewel? Although it is oxidized, it still looks as precious and gorgeous as if it had just been made. Pardon the little slip there, Seamus. Certainly something rare and reserved to a select few of a high rank. Certainly not something that everyone had in their pockets all the time. I've noticed it's got a funny-looking mouse symbol attached. What's that for? It is a Mickey keychain, isn't it? Indeed, Seamus, it is a mouse symbol. And not just any mouse. Give me a moment. I shall do a quick scan with my remote computer device. Again, that phrase is just so aggressively 90s. I knew it. Knew what? I've suspected its purpose. What is it? It's a type of religious jewel, an ornament. See, the global scanner found more than 100 occurrences of the mouse symbol. One might say, it was like there was a house of mouse. Wowie! Furthermore, there are quite a few sanctuaries scattered around the whole planet. Worlds and lands attributed to this mouse. It is so that the believers can go on a pilgrimage and visit these places, especially with their children, and indoctrinate them. You should also have noticed these big ears. Such exaggeration of an attribute is typical in case of deification. But I guess you're not familiar with the symbolic fertility Venus figurines. Okay, cause Seamus!
Oh, crap, sorry, Professor, I didn't mean to, sorry.
It is okay, Seamus. Let us continue our pilgrimage to find the long-lost Earth artifacts for our museum. I'm starting to have a lot of fun with this game. Yay! Seamus, you're a simple lad. I like you though. Can I? Oh god. Do I click on the? Okay, there we go. We have no reason to do that. Yeah. Can I put the key down, please? Okay, right click puts the key away. So, box. We have a jewel, and this before us is a chest. This means only one thing, Seamus. What's that? It means that we are no doubt near a grave or tomb. A grave? How come? Well, humans used to bury their dead. With the dead, they stored their valuables. Hence, we may be onto something. Whoa. Man, my only complaint with this game is that the pacing for the dialogue is weirdly janky. Like, some lines, they move way too fast, and I can hardly keep up with them. And others, they just sort of, like, linger on screen. So, I don't know what's up with that. Alright, have I checked? Alright, I'll check that. Wait, oh, it mislabeled it into contemporary art since he corrected him. Oh, that's adorable. Alright, I think I can check this rack now. Professor, this looks like a company logo. I'm starting to suspect Seamus is actually the smarter of these men. Could you please describe it to me, Seamus? It has 4 colorless squares. Oh, wowie! There's some etched-in text right under. Could you please read it for me? It says,
M-I-C-R-O-C-A-R. No, wait, it's M-I-C-R-O. Oh, yes, the classic micro car. But why is it so big if it's micro?
To tell you the truth, Seamus, I do not know. Never mind that it's actually a Microsoft car, since some things we just cannot find an explanation for.
What a bummer.
I know, I cop out with that mysterious answer all the time. I just thank you for never letting on, Seamus. I appreciate it. It does wonders for my self-esteem. So, alright, I think we found a stadium of some kind. Metal container, I'll check that first. Seamus!
What?
Stay right there, Seamus. Do not move a muscle.
Okay.
Fascinating. Seamus, what part of do not move a muscle did you not understand?
Sorry, Professor Pangloss. I had to stretch my legs a bit.
This, right here, looks like a treasure chest. Just like that. Out in the open. Wow. It is suspicious, Seamus. At first, I could not think of a reason as to why anyone would do this. Except, it's a trap!
Do what?
Leave this chest outside like this.
Oh, maybe they'd planned to dig a hole for it and didn't have enough time.
Unlikely.
Maybe they were too primitive to have had digging tools.
Come on. Yes, they indeed were primitive, but not that primitive. Instead, Seamus, I believe this is a trap.
A trap?
According to my sources, there used to be mines during the times of war. Hence, I believe this could be dangerous. However, I could be wrong. There's only one way to find out. Finding the truth is why we are here. We are scientists.
But, Professor, you could
It is our lucky day, Seamus.
Phew.
Unfortunately, this chest may have already been robbed in the past, as the only thing left in here is what looks like a primitive weapon. It's a swatter.
Aw.
No, wait. There's something else in here, too. A coin! It looks rather ancient.
Wowie!
The robber must have left it by accident. There must have been 100 more. It was one of the, like, challenge coin things, wasn't it? Imagine that. We are so fortunate to have acquired it. So fortunate. About that whole, I'm not here for money thing. Yeah. Alright, so primitive weapon, ancient coin, oxidized jewel. Right. So, this.
It looks like a public place.
Indeed, Seamus, it's a forum, an agora, more precisely. A place of power and politics. Curious, because that's actually what stadiums really are modeled after from the ancient days. As a lot of primitive people, humans had a kind of pseudo-democratic government. No, jeez. As always with democracy, it ends up in war and violence. That weapon we found proves it.
Yeah, I'm glad we have a prosperous theotechnocracy, thanks to our beloved Elon.
This is the supreme step of evolution indeed. Alright, I can't go any farther left from the agora, so can I use the primitive weapon to smash my way through the skull door? Is that a thing I can do? I certainly hope so. Let's see here. Seriously, straight up, DBZ. That is Frieza's ship. Come along, Seamus. There's much to do, much to plunder. I mean, to gather and mark as evidence for science. So, oh wait. I'm an idiot. Alright, their idiocy is starting to rub off on me. Because him telling Seamus that, this jewel couldn't do anything, made me just, like, completely set aside the inclination that I immediately had, and I'm sure some of you immediately had, to use the key on the safe. There we go. We have no reason to do that yet. So, really? I can't open it even though I have the key because they're too stupid to do it? Alright. What's the... Oh, wait. Can I put the coin in the vending machine? Does it still work? Let's find out. Wait, I passed the vending machine. That was on another panel. Let's see here. I mean, I maybe can't, because again, they're dumb. So, monolith. Now to conduct a scientific experiment on whether the mechanism is still functional. Ah, I can do this. Awesome. Yeah. Attempt number 1. Insert coin. Clackety-clack. Woohoo! It works! No, Seamus, it did not work, unfortunately. I can't cool myself off with a refreshing Coca-Cola. Oh, we can try one more time if we find another coin. Not sponsored with Coca-Cola. Alright, let's see here. I get over to the door. Ah, also, idea! I have the primitive weapon! And he said something about having to smash into the shopping cart. So can I do that, at least? But, Professor, maybe this debris can still have some value. It is centuries old. I'm meandering about like crazy for some reason. Listen, Seamus, if we were looking for debris, our inventory would have been filled up a long time ago. Uh-huh. Alright, then. Crushes the metal container. Oops. Nicely done, Seamus. Nicely done. Did I get anything? I didn't get anything. He just did a thing. Alright, hang on. I'll save real quick. I don't know. Ah! Also, my personal computing device from off screen pointed out the fact that I have another coin in my inventory now that I didn't have because I used the other one. So, since I absolutely came up with that idea on my own and definitely didn't need any outside help because I'm a smart lad, I'm gonna try the vending machine again. Because, yeah. Thanks. Anyway, now to conduct a scientific experiment on whether the mechanism is still functional. I've already done this. Attempt number 2. Insert coin. Clickety-clack. Did it work this time? No, Seamus, it did not work again. Oh. However, if we apply the ancient leg maneuver called the kick... Aw, Professor, is that really necessary? Clunk, clunk, clunk! Uh-huh, yep. Whoa, what's that? Meh, a boring can of cola. Also, Seamus, how are you noticing any of this? You're facing the other way. According to my sources, Seamus, Coca recovered 3/4 of the planet. It is like our synthetic H2O, but with more acids. It could be one of the reasons humans on Earth struggled with preserving the environment. Yes, the Coca-Cola seas flowed. So that's how the Grand Cataclysm happened? Cataclysm? It is one of the theories, yes. So, I have a can of Coca. Oof, alright. It's a little on the nose to the classic formula. So, cool. I assume I'll have some use for that later. Anyway, let's see if I can actually smash my way through the door now. Smash? That does not work. Okay. So, alright. I don't know where to go from here. However, I shall save and experiment a little more. Can I smash the Ronal? I feel bad. Should I really do this, Professor? I didn't think this would actually do anything. Yes, Seamus. Do it! For science and our museum. Oh well, here we go! Hits the head of the statue. Curse smash! Sorry, Mr. President. Nicely done, Seamus. Off to a great start in your career as a scientist. Yes, scientist. Yes, that's what we're calling it. Ronal's head. Collect that! For science! I actually have it. Okay, can I do anything new with this? Nice to meet you, President Ronal. In a silly voice. Nice to meet you, Professor Emeritus Pangloss. Okay. Oh, the professor here. He's a nutty one. What do I... Can I, like, pour the Coke down his neck or something? We have no reason to do that. I don't know. At this point, I'll try just about anything. Can I smash it some more? Okay, apparently not. Alright. I wonder, what do I do now? I know I already got a Coke out of this. Could I, for some reason, smash that? Okay, apparently not. Coke does contain a lot of acid. Could I melt the rust off of the hinges of the safe with it? Is that the thing I could do? Alright, I can actually do something. We have no reason to do that. Aw, man, I thought that was a good idea. Can I smash through it, then? Crickety crack? No reason to do that. Damn it. Can I smash through it with President Ronald's head? It's a heavier object. Curse my... Aw. Well, seriously, why does the key work? I could swear the key would work on that. Micro car. Is there anything else to that car? Can I, like, smash into it? No. Can't select this chest anymore. I don't think I can do anything with the Agora. Can I, like, come out here and take a swing and pose like an old sportsman of an ancient age? Apparently not. Can I try the Coke on the hinges thing on the door on the other panel, maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Can of Coca, door. That does not work. Damn! Can I smash through it with his head? No. Huh. Oh wait, key! Key on door! Doesn't work. Damn! Can I combine items like a can of Coke on the oxidized... Ah! Ha, ha, ha! The jewel is no longer as oxidized. Looks like new. Wow! Okay, cool. So I could do the de-rusty thing, I just didn't do it on the right thing. So, clean jewel. Alright, I suspect that leads somewhere important, so I'll try it on the safe first. I suspect it isn't for the safe, honestly. However, just for the sake of clearing all potentialities prior to making potentially irreversible progress, let's try it. Clean jewel, too safe, can I open it? We've opened the chest! Alright! Could you guys make up your minds about where you're going? It's just a boring iron bar, and we could still use it for something. Take it then, but just for a while we are here. It does not belong in the museum. Aw, bummer. So I got a crowbar. Can I crow open the door? Is that the word for using a crowbar? Crowing something open? I mean, I don't know. What else is the word crow in there for? I don't friggin' know. Alright. Crow it open! Alright, time to get some artifacts. Time to get my Gordon Freeman on. What? Oh. Click spam! There, whoops. I clicked past a little dialogue. So, rubble.
So, where are these artifacts you were expecting?
It is a mausoleum. There ought to be at least one artifact, according to my calculations.
There are some bones amongst the rubble, one of which is a hand holding something.
Alright, so, human remains! Creepy.
It's holding a device of sorts.
Ah, very good. If he was buried with it, it must be important. I shall scan it. Move aside. I found like a smartphone or something, didn't I? The global scan has returned many results. These devices are known for having a symbol of an apple etched on each of their back surface. Ah! I called it! Alright.
Why apple?
It is believed that the apple fruit was an important symbol of a widespread cult. The cult of apple.
Oh.
Humans were quite primitive, so it would not be surprising to hear that they worshipped an apple, or, say, a little blue bird, for example. Tweet, tweet. They worshipped thunder, they worshipped rain, and so on.
Why is the apple bitten now?
'Cause humans just can't help themselves, huh?
It's bitten.
That is a rather good observation, Seamus, I must say. It is indeed a symbol of a bitten apple.
Yeah, but why is it bitten?
You see, I have read plenty of books about our ancestors, and a thing I have learned is that they were viviparous.
Viva what?
To be brief, I am positive that this symbol has a sexual connotation. Yes, I know it is rather disgusting, but as I said, they were quite primitive. Oh man, is the far-flung future a future without sexy times? Because I don't want to live in that future.
What do we tell the visitors to the museum, though? They won't like our ancestors, Professor.
Ah, the people of the future are prudes. The truth. That is what we will tell them. That is what they deserve to know.
I see.
They ought to know that their ancestors were disgusting. Damn it, Seamus. It seems we have to pack ourselves and go. A sandstorm is coming. Off to the ship we go. Alright then.
Aw, and I was just starting to like this planet. I mean, I found the apple of original sin and all.
You call this archaeology, Henry Jones? So, is that it? Is that the game? Oh. Congratulations! You have collected all the artifacts for the museum. Art, that person, coding, music, story, those people. Game made for Adventure Jam 2017. Thanks for playing. And it closed itself out, so thank those people for making it. I had a lot of fun. That was clever, charming, and incredibly humorous. It's all of my favorite sorts of tongue-in-cheek futurist humor. Because, again, I think I expounded pretty well upon the reasons that I find that interesting. Because we do the same thing now to the people of ancient, to us, times. So, I found that incredibly enjoyable. So check that out for yourselves. I mean, I know I've just shown everything there is to it. Maybe you can find, maybe there were some things that I didn't, well, actually it says you did find all of the artifacts. So just play it for yourself if you're interested, because I certainly had a really fun time with it. So anyway, thank you all kindly for watching. If you're interested in supporting us, please consider checking out our Patreon to help us keep the show alive. I'm KidsMark, and as always, I wish you all good gaming and Godspeed.